Mastering formal titles: Mr., Mrs., Ms., and Miss. Hello and welcome back to our English language learning series. Today, we're going to focus on a very important aspect of formal greetings, using titles such as Mr., Mrs., Ms., and Miss. Knowing when and how to use these titles will not only polish your English language skills but also help you come across as respectful and courteous. So, let's dive right in. Firstly, it's crucial to understand what each title means. 1. Mr. This is used before a man's surname or full name, regardless of his marital status. For example, Mr. Smith or Mr. John Smith. 2. Mrs. This is used before a married woman's surname or her husband's surname. For example, Mrs. Jones or Mrs. Sarah Jones. 3. Ms. This is a neutral title that can be used for any woman, regardless of her marital status. It's a handy title when you're uncertain about a woman's marital status or when it's irrelevant in the context. For example, Ms. Taylor or Ms. Emily Taylor. 4. Miss. Traditionally, this title is used for an unmarried woman or a girl, usually before her surname. For example, Miss Thompson or Miss Jane Thompson. Remember, these titles are typically used in formal settings. In more casual situations, it's often acceptable to use first names without a title. Using the correct title when addressing someone is a mark of respect and politeness. It shows that you are taking the interaction seriously. It is particularly important in professional situations, such as job interviews, business meetings, and when writing formal letters or emails. Misusing a title can potentially cause offense, so it's important to get it right. If you are unsure about which title to use, it is perfectly acceptable to ask. You might say, "Excuse me, how would you prefer I address you?" Or, "Should I call you Mr., Mrs., Ms., or Miss?" Most people will appreciate your consideration and respectfulness in asking. Using titles appropriately is an important part of mastering the English language, particularly in formal settings. By understanding the differences between Mr., Mrs., Ms., and Miss, you are well on your way to more polished and respectful English communication. Remember, practice makes perfect. Try to incorporate these titles into your daily English language practice. I hope this video has been helpful to you, and I'm looking forward to our next English learning journey together. Happy learning, and see you in the next video.